My wife showed up at our company's 10th anniversary celebration and told my colleagues I'd be nothing without her, but she started shaking when I told her the consequences. We'd been married 8 years when this happened. Laura quit her marketing job 3 months after our wedding, saying she needed time to find herself. I supported her completely, thinking it would be temporary. 8 years later, she still hadn't found a new job, didn't cook either. We survived on takeout and frozen meals I'd heat up after 12-hour workdays. The house stayed messy unless I spent my weekends cleaning. Whenever I brought up her contributing, she'd say I was being controlling, that marriage wasn't about keeping score. At the anniversary party, she had too much champagne and got louder with each glass. Told my junior analyst that I only got promoted because she coached me through interviews. Told my department head she basically wrote my presentations for me. The worst part was when she cornered our CFO near the bar, going on about how she was the strategic mind behind my success, how I called her crying after tough meetings, how I couldn't make a single decision without her input. My colleagues smiled politely, but I could see the discomfort in their eyes. I tried redirecting her several times, but she'd wave me off, saying I was being too sensitive. 2 weeks after the party, everything changed. I got called into my boss Raymond's office first thing Monday morning. He didn't waste time with pleasantries, told me straight up that my behavior at the anniversary party was completely unacceptable and reflected poorly on the company's leadership values. I was confused, asked what he meant. He said having my wife publicly undermine my competence while intoxicated showed terrible judgment. Allowing her to embarrass junior staff and make senior leadership uncomfortable demonstrated that I couldn't manage my own household, let alone a department. I tried explaining that I couldn't control what Laura said, but Raymond cut me off. A real leader would have removed her from the situation immediately, instead of letting her harass multiple executives. The conversation was going nowhere good. Then he dropped the real bomb. They'd been planning to promote me to senior director, had already drafted the announcement, but after witnessing the party disaster, they'd given the position to Diane from the Chicago office instead. Not only that, but they were putting me on a performance improvement plan. Any more incidents reflecting poor leadership judgment, and I'd be terminated. I left his office in shock. That evening, I told Laura about the meeting, expecting sympathy, or at least an apology. Instead, she laughed. Actually laughed. Said Raymond was clearly threatened by strong women, and I should report him to HR for discrimination. When I explained that this cost us a promotion worth $70,000 more per year, she got defensive. Started yelling that I was blaming her for my own professional inadequacy. If I were really senior director material, one party wouldn't matter. She grabbed her purse and said she was going to her sister Amy's house until I apologized for making her the scapegoat for my failures. That was 3 weeks ago. During that time, I got an unexpected call from Amy's husband, Robert. He was tired of Laura camping in their guest room, contributing nothing while Amy waited on her hand and foot. But more interesting was what he revealed about Laura's past. Before we met, she'd pulled the same pattern with 2 other men. Moved in quickly, quit working immediately, then when they pushed back about contributing, she'd cause public scenes until they looked like the bad guys. Robert's brother was one of them. Lost his promotion at an accounting firm after Laura showed up drunk to a client dinner and accused him of emotional abuse in front of everyone. The other guy was Robert's college roommate. Laura destroyed his graduate school recommendations by emailing his professors about what a terrible person he was after he asked her to get a part-time job. Yesterday, Laura came back, but not to reconcile. She walked in with printed emails between me and a female colleague about a project deadline. Started accusing me of having an emotional affair, saying she'd forward these to Raymond as proof I was the problem, not her. That's when I told her I'd already filed for divorce. Her face went white. I explained that Robert had connected me with her 2 exes, and they both agreed to provide statements about her pattern of behavior from my attorney. My lawyer said her deliberate sabotage of my career constituted economic abuse, and the fact that she contributed nothing financially or domestically for 8 years while actively harming my professional advancement meant she'd get minimal spousal support, if any. She tried arguing, but I showed her the separation agreement my attorney drafted. She had 30 days to move out. No alimony was given her capable work history and refusal to contribute. She'd been served that morning at Amy's house, but hadn't opened the envelope yet. Laura stood there shaking, then quietly asked where she was supposed to go. I suggested she figure it out the same way she'd been finding herself for 8 years. Haven't heard from her since.